Bandeyam Shri Guru Shiyata Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sabadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shirishikam Vidam Sya Om Jnana Timarandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Milidam Yena Tasma Shri Gurave Namah Gurva Bhistam Supurkam Gurganarasi Shambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samastaveda Nipunam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujvalam Bharatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwaguruncha Divyad Bhagavad Premna Vibija Devam Divyatanum Suchanda Varanam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Varam Banditam Shivaram Madeka Sharanam Nyashishvara Shidaram Vanchakopatarubhyascha Kripasindubhyevicha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, and we're in Adi-lila, chapter 1, the spiritual masters, and we're on text number 15. So yesterday we heard the initial 14 Sanskrit verses of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, and those will form the basis for the development of the Adi-lila in further chapters. And especially we mentioned the term, the ontological development. Ontological development will show excuse me, the who everyone is in Chaitanya, in the Chaitanya Lila, describing their position in the spiritual world, their mood, and ontology means also to understand the source. If you understand the source, you understand the behavior of someone. If we hear that, for instance, that Mahaprabhu is Krishna covered with the heart and halo, or the Bhavakanti of Srimati Radharani, then we can understand that there's a very unusual dynamic, or we could even say, in some terms we could say psychological dynamic of a person who's feeling separation from themselves, which we could say is almost a form of madness. That Krishna, although Mahaprabhu is internally Krishna, he's covered with the mood of Srimati Radharani and her beauty, and she is always feeling separation from Krishna and always seeking to serve Krishna. So Mahaprabhu wanted to understand that deep devotion of Srimati Radharani, among other things, and that shows that dynamic in himself. Then we understand that Nityananda Prabhu is Balaram. Now Balaram has a particular way of acting. It's his personality. He's Krishna's older brother, and in Mahaprabhu's Leela he serves as Mahaprabhu's elder brother. And Balaram has certain qualities which we'll see in Nityananda Prabhu. One of them is this quality of adut, of being above social criticism, of being even going beyond the norms of behavior within society, and being completely dedicated to the service of his younger brother. So this is ontology. Now we heard 14 verses in Sanskrit, which will be further developed throughout the Adi-lila, and it's showing all these personalities and the dynamics of their behavior and what their mood is, everything. So now we're starting with text number 15, and these three verses, 15, 16, 17, describe the predominant deities of worship, especially in Vrindaban, and that is Madan-Mohan and Radha Govinda and also Radha Gopinath. And these verses will describe the nature of these deities, and they are related to what is called Sambandha, Abhideya, and Prayojana. Sambandha means the relationship that everyone has with the Lord. So the deity of Sambandha is Madan-Mohan or Madan Gopal, two names of the same deity. And he is the deity of Sambandha. Everyone's the eternal servant of Krishna. So that's Sambandha, and the deity of that relationship is Madan-Mohan, or Radha Madan-Mohan. And Sanatana Goswami is the guru associated with Sambandha. Then Sambandha, Abhideya. Abhideya means the means of fulfilling that relationship. If we are all eternal servants of the Lord, then Abhideya means a process of devotional service by which one engages in that relationship with the Lord. And the deity of that engagement or devotional service, Bhakti Yoga, that deity is Radha Gopinath. And the guru associated with that is Srila Rupa Goswami. And then comes Prayojana, or meaning the goal. One is the relationship. Second is acting within that relationship, the means of satisfying that relationship. And the third is called Prayojana, the goal, what is to be attained. So that's Prayojana, Prema Prayojana, love of Godhead, that is the goal. And that deity is Radha Gopinath, and we will associate also with that Krishnadas Kaviraj, Raghunath Das Goswami. We'll associate him with Prayojana Guru. So I'm going to start with these verses now. Number 15. Jayatam surato pangor mamamanda matergati matsarvasva parambojo Radha Madan-Mohano. Jayatam surato pangor mamamanda matergati matsarvasva parambojo Radha Madan-Mohano. Glory to the All-Merciful, Radha and Madan-Mohan. I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. Glory to the All-Merciful Radha and Madan-Mohan. I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. So that's lame. It is said by the mercy of the Lord, even a lame man who cannot walk can cross over mountains, and a blind man can see the stars in the sky. So here said, I am lame and ill-advised, yet they are my directors, and their lotus feet are everything to me. And we also understand that Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, when he wrote Chaitanya Charitamrita, his age was somewhat advanced. So, now, Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumad Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prashtalibi Sevyamano Smarami Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpadrumada Srimad Ratnagara Simhasanasto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prashtalibi Sevyamano Smarami. In a temple of jewels in Vrindaban, underneath a desire tree, Shri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto them. In a temple of jewels in Vrindaban, underneath a desire tree, Shri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto them. So in Vrindaban, compared to Vaikuntha, Vaikuntha is a place of Aishvarya. Aishvarya means opulence. There's great opulence in Vaikuntha. Sense of majesty, a sense of awe, a sense of reverence and respect, which goes on in Vaikuntha. But that is not the mood of Vrindaban. Vrindaban is a village, and it would appear to be the principal engagement is of the cowherd boys and cowherd girls. They're agriculturists. They are keeping cows. Principally, they're keeping cows. That's their occupation. And it seems a very humble and simple village atmosphere. But here, describing Radha Govinda, it says, in a temple of jewels in Vrindaban, underneath the desire tree. Desire tree, kalpavriksha, means that the desire tree can satisfy anything that one desires in the service of the Lord. So this is very much opulence. This is beyond the opulence of Vaikuntha, but it's not, it's shown itself not as majesty, but this is the richness of Radha and Krishna, the richness of Vrindaban goes far beyond Vaikuntha, but to apparent, to one's eyesight, it appears like a simple village. So in the temple of jewels in Vrindaban, underneath the desire tree, Shri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto them. So that's the underlying nature that Shri Radha Krishna, they're supreme, they're beyond. And actually, a speck of dust of Vrindaban goes beyond all the jeweled opulence of Vaikuntha. But one is not able to necessarily see that all the dust in Vrindaban is chintamani, the most valuable jewel. But with your eyesight, you will not necessarily see that, nor are the residents of Vrindaban fixated upon any of these things. They're just engaged in their simple activities. They're not showing themselves as great yogis or great ascetics, yet their devotion goes far beyond that of any yogis or any renunciants. They're far beyond that. It says of the cowherd boys that only those who have developed vision can see that these cowherd boys, they're not ordinary boys. They've already executed in previous lives all the austerities that exist. They've already gone to all the holy places. They've already done everything, and they've far surpassed anyone who is engaged in any of these kind of spiritual pursuits. But to one's vision, they're appearing as simple boys in Vrindaban. So, but that is it's a matter of great sukriti, of great spiritual fortune that one has surpassed everything and has come to the level of engaging in a loving relationship with Krishna. Shriman rasa rasa rambi vam shivata tatastita karshan venus vanar gopir gopinatha shriyestuna. So the previous verse, Divyad Vrindaranya Kalpa Drumad Srimad Ratnagara Simhasana Sto Srimad Radha Srila Govinda Devo Prishta Libi Sevyamano Smarami. In the temple of jewels in Vrindaban, underneath a desire tree, Shri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne. I offer my humble obeisances unto them. And they are the deities of Abhideya, of engagement in devotional service. They are the deities of Srila Rupa Goswami. And we are worshiping Madan-Mohan as Sambandha. The spiritual master, one spiritual master is meant to teach one about Sambandha, about the relationship with the Lord. Srila Sridhar Maharaj has compared this that, for instance, if you go to some place and you get in a taxi cab, if you go to some place and you get in a taxi cab, you have to give the taxi driver a precise address in order to get to your destination. So sambandha is like knowing the destination, knowing the address. Then I was once with Srila Prabhupada on a train, and somebody said to Prabhupada, well, I believe, he was saying figuratively, I believe we're all on the same train. And Srila Prabhupada said, but do you know what the destination is? And the person answered frankly, no. And Prabhupada said, what is the good of being on the train if you don't know the destination? You don't know where you're going. So that sambandha is necessary. A good address. You're chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But many people chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and they may have different destinations in mind. It is said the Mayavadis, sometimes they'll chant the Mahamantra, but they're following, actually, they're chanting the Mahamantra, but they're following with the prescription of Shankaracharya. They believe ultimately everything is impersonal, so they don't know what is the destination. Then this verse of, in a temple of jewels in Vrindaban, underneath a desire tree, Shri Radha Govinda, served by their most confidential associates, sit upon an effulgent throne, I offer my humble obeisances unto them. Then that is abhideya, the process of devotional service. They are the predominating deities. They are the deities of one's active teacher, the spiritual master of that engagement. Just as in the first verse, Srila Sanatana Goswami, he is a guru of understanding that relationship. Then his younger brother, Srila Rupa Goswami, he's the guru of engagement in devotional service. And now this third verse, text 17, Shriman Rasa Rasamba, Shriman Rasa Rasarambi, Vamshivata Tatastita, Karshan Venus Svanar Gopir, Gopinata Shriyestuna. Sri Srila Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, stands on the shore in Vamshivat and attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels with the sound of his celebrated flute. May they all confer upon us their benediction. Sri Srila Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, stands on the shore in Vamshivat and attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels with the sound of his celebrated flute. May they all confer upon us their benediction. So, everyone has a particular relationship with the Lord, and that relationship is called rasa. The relationship, the mood in which one is serving the Lord, the particular mellow or taste. Now, that is different than the word rasa, like in Rasa-lila. Rasa is a short A, the beginning. It means literally, when we talk about fruit or food, we always say the rasa, the taste of this fruit. So that taste which we are acquiring in the service, that is rasa. And the Rasa-lila, that is the dance of Krishna with the gopis. That is the Rasa-lila. So they're different. They're not, one is rasa and the other is rasa, like Rasa-lila. So Shriman Rasa Rasarambi Vamshivat Tatastita Karshan Venus Svanar Gopir Gopinatha Shriyestuna. Sri Srila Gopinath, who originated the transcendental mellow of the rasa dance, stands on the shore in Vamshivat and attracts the attention of the cowherd damsels with the sound of his celebrated flute. May they all confer upon us their benediction. So we'll understand that these deities of Radha Gopinath, they are the deities of, we can see, of conjugal love, of a loving relationship with the Lord, especially in the mood of the Lord as one's beloved, like in relationship between a man and a woman, that the man being one's beloved, that kind of relationship. So we also associate with that relationship, or the goal which is love of God. Literally, it is a goal which is love of Godhead, and we'll associate with that Raghunath Das Goswami. Now, as Raghunath Das Goswami expresses this very deep relationship with the Lord and deep loving mood, but at the same time, he's a Prayojana guru, the teacher of what is the goal, but he actually says that the success in life will be to serve Srila Rupa Goswami, who's the Abhideya guru, but Raghunath Das Goswami is always looking to Rupa Goswami as his director. So therefore we understand we are called Rupanugas. We are the followers of Srila Rupa Goswami. He's the leader of our Sampradaya. Sampradaya, you understand, the leader of our group is Rupa Goswami. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Now the explanations are beginning, the explanation of the preceding verses, and this is in Bengali. Previously, the first 17 verses are in Sanskrit. Now we are hearing Bengali and also sometimes quoting Sanskrit, but the explanation beginning here. Bengali. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Sri Chaitanya Nityananda, glories to Advaita Chandra, and all glories to all the devotees of Sri Gaura, Lord Chaitanya. So we're offering Dhanyavads under here unto Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all the devotees of Sri Gaura, Lord Chaitanya. 18 Thakur, Gaudiya Jake Korijachena Smat, 18 Era Charana Bandhan, Tine Moranat. These three deities of Vrindaban, Madan-Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath, have absorbed the heart and soul of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, followers of Lord Chaitanya. I worship their lotus feet, for they are the lords of my heart. The author of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita offers us respectful obeisances unto the three deities of Vrindaban, named Sri Radha Madan-Mohan, Sri Radha Govinda Dev, and Sri Radha Gopinath Ji. These three deities are the life and soul of the Bengali Vaishnavas, or Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who have a natural aptitude for residing in Vrindaban. The Gaudiya Vaishnavas, who follow strictly in the line of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, worship the divinity by chanting transcendental sounds meant to develop a sense of one's relationship with the Supreme Lord, a reciprocation of mellows, rasas, of mutual affection, and ultimately the achievement of the desired success in loving service. These three deities are worshipped in three different stages of one's development. The followers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu scrupulously follow these principles of approach. So here we heard the term Gaudiya Vaishnavas, which is translated as Bengali Vaishnavas. But the word Gaudiya, why Bengali? Why Bengal? Why Bengali Vaishnava? Because that is the place where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has appeared, and they are the worshippers of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gaudiya Vaishnavas perceive the ultimate objective in Vedic hymns composed of 18 transcendental letters that adore Krishna as Madan-Mohan, Govinda, and Gopinath Vallabha. Madan-Mohan is he who charms Cupid, the god of love. Govinda is he who pleases the senses and the cows. And Gopi Jana Vallabha is the transcendental lover of the gopis. Krishna himself is called Madan-Mohan, Govinda, Gopi Jana Vallabha, and countless other names as he plays in his different pastimes with his devotees. The three deities, Madan-Mohan, Govinda, and Gopi Jana Vallabha, have very specific qualities. worship of Madan-Mohan, is on the platform of re-establishing our forgotten relationship with the personality of God. In the material world, we are presently in utter ignorance of our eternal relationship with the Supreme Lord. Pango refers to one who cannot move independently by his own strength, and Mandamate. So Pango refers to one who cannot move independently by his own strength, and Mandamate is one who is less intelligent because he is too absorbed in materialistic activities. It is best for such persons not to aspire for success in fruitive activities or mental speculation or karma and gyan, but instead simply to surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The perfection of life is simply to surrender to the Supreme. In the beginning of our spiritual life, we must therefore worship Madan-Mohan so that he may attract us and nullify our attachment for material sense gratification or sense enjoyment. This relationship with Madan-Mohan is necessary for neophyte devotees when one wishes to render service to the Lord with strong attachment. One worships Govinda on the platform of transcendental service. Govinda is the reservoir of all pleasures. When, by the grace of Krishna and the devotees, one reaches perfection in devotional service, one can appreciate Krishna as Gopi Jana Vallabha, the pleasure deity of the damsels of Braja, which is the gopis. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu explained this mode of devotional service in 3 stages, and therefore these worshipable deities were installed in Vrindaban by different Vaishnavas. They are very dear to the Gaudiya Vaishnavas there, who visit the temples at least once a day. Besides the temples of these 3 deities, many other temples have been established in Vrindaban, such as the temple of Radha Damodar, of Jiva Goswami, the temple of Shyamasundar, of Shyamananda Goswami, the temple of Gokulananda of Lokanath Goswami, and the temple of Radha Raman of Gopal Bhatta Goswami. There are 7 principal temples, over 400 years old, that are the most important of the 5,000 temples now existing in Vrindaban. Gaudiya indicates the part of India between the southern side of the Himalayan mountains and the northern part of the Vindhya hills, which is called Aryavarta, or the land of the Aryans. This portion of India is divided into 5 parts or provinces: Pancha Godadesh, Saraswat, or Kashmir and Punjab, Kunya-Kubja, Uttar Pradesh, including the modern city of Lucknow, Madhya Goda, Madhya Pradesh, Adi-lila, Bihar and part of Bengal, and Utkala, part of Bengal and the whole of Orissa. Bengal is sometimes called Godadesh, partly because it forms a portion of Mithila, and partly because the capital of the Hindu king Raja Lakshman Sena was known as Goda. This old capital later came to be known as Godapur and gradually Mayapur. The devotees in Orissa are called Udiyas. The devotees of Bengal are called Gaudiyas, and the devotees of southern India are known as Dravida devotees. As there are 5 provinces in Aryavarta, so Dakshinatya, southern India, is also divided into 5 provinces, which are called Panchadravida. The 4 Vaishnavacharyas, who are the great authorities, and the 4 Vaishnava disciplic successions, as well as Sripad Shankaracharya, the Mayavad school, appeared in the Panchadravida provinces. Among the 4 Vaishnavacharyas, who are all accepted by the Gaudiya Vaishnavas, Sri Ramanujacharya appeared in the southern part of Andhra Pradesh at Mahabhutapuri. Sri Madhvacharya appeared at Pajagam near Vimanagiri in the district of Mangalore. Sri Vishnu Swami appeared at Pandya, and Sri Nimbarka appeared at Mungera Patana in the extreme south. So they're all in South India, these acharyas appeared. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the chain of disciplic succession from Madhva Acharya, but the Vaishnavas in his line do not accept the Tattvavadis, who also claim to belong to the Madhva Sampradaya. To distinguish themselves clearly from the Tattvavadi branch of Madhva's descendants, the Vaishnavas of Bengal prefer to call themselves Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Sri Madhva Acharya is also known as Sri Gauda Purnananda, and therefore the name Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya is quite suitable for the disciplic succession of the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Our spiritual master, Om Vishnupad, Srimad Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, accepted initiation in the Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya, which means all of us are in that Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Originally started in relationship with Madhva Acharya, but the main person in that line will be Madhavendra Puri, and from him come the Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Grantera Rambe Kori Mangala Charan Guru Vaishnava Bhagavan Tinara Smaran. In the beginning of this narration, simply by remembering the spiritual master, the devotees of the Lord, and the personality of Godhead, I have invoked their benedictions. Guru, Vaishnava, and Bhagavan. Guru, the spiritual master, Vaishnava, the devotees, and Bhagavan, the Lord. Tiner Smarane Hoy Vigna Vinashan Anayase Hoy Nija Banshita Puran. Such remembrance destroys all difficulties and very easily enables one to fulfill one's own desires. Say Mangala Charana Hoy Tribida Prakar Bastu Nirdesh Ashirvad Namaskar. So this very beautiful, this conception which is expressed here in verse number 22. Say Mangala Charan Hoy Shribida Prakar Vastu Nirdesh Ashirvad Namaskar. And then you get a sense of Krishnadas Kaviraj as the writer or the compiler of Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. What is he doing, especially in this beginning part, which is called Mangala Charan? All literature, Vaishnava literature, and especially the Vedas, will have Mangala Charan, the auspicious introduction and beginning. So he says, here, let's go back and read this verse again. Shri Mangala Charan Hoy Trivida Prakar Bastudesh Ashirvad Namaskar. So in this beginning, auspicious beginning that establishes the book, there are three objectives, he says. The invocation, or the Mangala Charan, the presentation, beginning. The invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. So within those original verses, you will also find defining the object, defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. So you find in the beginning verses, they're defining what is the objective. Then there's offering benedictions, for instance, I'll show in, along with defining the objective, how we're proceeding, who is Mahaprabhu, who is associates. Here is offering benedictions. On the fourth verse, Anarpita charim chirat karuna yavatirna kalo samarpayitum unato jwala rasam svabhakti shriyam hari purata sundara duty karamba sandipita sadaridaya kandare suratu vasachinandana. This is offering benedictions. May the Supreme Lord, who is known as the Son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love, of Madhurya Ras. So may the Supreme Lord, known as Mahaprabhu, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. May you always remember him. This is the benediction. Then it says, defining the objective, offering benedictions and offering obeisances. So the author is defining the objective, he's offering benedictions to the reader, and he's offering obeisances to the Lord and his devotees. And that's developed. The beginning, the Mangala Charan, the invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. Pratama Dui Shloke Ishtadeva Namaskar, Samanya Vishesha Rupe Duita Prakar. The first two verses offer respectful obeisances generally and specifically to the Lord, who is the object of worship. So it establishes very clearly what is called the Ishtadeva. The Ishtadeva, worshipable deity. Like when Srila Sridhar Maharaj is writing Prapana Jivanamrita, he's following this. He's defining the objective. He's offering benedictions, and he's also offering obeisances or worshiping, and he establishes the Ishtadeva. The Ishtadeva is Gaura Saraswati. Now Srila Sridhar Maharaj's spiritual master is Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, but he establishes as the Ishtadeva. The Ishtadeva is Gaura Saraswati. Gaura is golden, and the Saraswati is the message of Mahaprabhu and the sound of his flute. The Ishtadeva, you can say the personification of Sankirtan, and also referring to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati by Gaura Saraswati, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, but he's establishing that the message of Mahaprabhu, the personification of the message of Mahaprabhu and the sound of his flute, that he's establishing that as his worshipable deity, Gaura Saraswati. Okay. So the invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering obeisances, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. The invocation involves three processes: defining the objective, offering benedictions, and offering obeisances. Pratama Dui Shloke Ishtadeva Namaskar, Samanya Vishesha Rupe Duita Prakar. The first two verses offer respectful obeisances generally and specifically to the Lord, who is the object of worship. Tritiya Shlokate Kori Vastura Nirdesh Ja Hoite Janibara Tatvera Udesh. In the third verse, I indicate the absolute truth, who is the ultimate substance. With such a description, one can visualize the supreme truth. Chaturta Shlokate Kori Jagate Ashirbad Samatramagiye Krishna Chaitanya Prasad. In the fourth verse, I have invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the world, praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. The fourth verse, I have invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the world, praying to Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. So this is Ashirvad. Ashirvad is shown by this hand gesture. You see, sometimes the deity is like this. This is Ashirvad, offering obeisances. Sometimes we'll see the deity form of, for instance, Lakshmi. She's offering like this, Ashirvad, offering benedictions. And even there's one political party in Bengal, their symbol is that, Ashirvad, offering benedictions. But the fourth verse, I have invoked the benediction of the Lord upon all the world, praying for Lord Chaitanya for his mercy upon all. Say Shloke Kohe Bhayavata, Shloka Kohe Bhayavatara Karan Panchashashta Shloke Kohe Mula Prayojan. In that verse, I have also explained the eternal reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation, which is to give everyone to give out rasa up to conjugal love. But in the fifth and sixth verses, I have explained the prime reason for Mahaprabhu's advent, the internal reasons. offering benedictions and giving everyone the Sankirtan movement and love of God and up to Madhura Ras, they can be said to be the external reasons of Mahaprabhu as the Yuga Avatar, the Lord of this age who gives out Sankirtan to everyone, the chanting of the holy name. But in that verse, the fourth verse, I have explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation. But in the fifth and sixth verses, I have explained the prime reason for his advent, which means the internal reason, which is why Mahaprabhu came. He came to know the glories of Srimati Radharani's love. He came to taste those qualities in himself that only Srimati Radharani can experience. And he came also to know the happiness that she feels when she experiences that loving relationship with Krishna. These are very deep reasons, and Mahaprabhu also had these internal reasons for coming, to understand what is happening with Srimati Radharani. He could only perceive before that her love for him is greater than the love he himself can show. And he's the Supreme Lord. So he wanted to know, what is that love of Srimati Radharani? So in the fourth verse, I have explained the external reason for Lord Chaitanya's incarnation, but in the fifth and sixth verses, I have explained the prime reason for his advent. Echai shloke kohe Chaitanyara tattva arapancha shloke nityanandera mahatva. So those verses 1 through 6 explain ontological reasons or the ontological presence of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now we hear Echai shloke kohe Vaishnavera tattva arapancha shloke nityanandera mahatva. In these 6 verses, I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, whereas in the next 5, that means 7 through 11, in the next 5, I have described the glory of Lord Nityananda. In these 6 verses, the first 6 verses, I have described the truth about Lord Chaitanya, or that tattva. Whereas in the next, I have described the glory of Nityananda. So, Echai shloke kohe Chaitanyara tattva, arapancha shloke Nityanandera mahatva. So we're describing tattvas, or intrinsic truths, and this will be related, as we said, to understanding subsequent chapters and the Lila of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then the next 5 verses from 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, they will describe the glory of Lord Nityananda. Ara due shloke advaita tattvakyan, ara ek shloka pancha tattvara abhyakyan. Then there is 12, 13, 14. The next 2 verses, which is 12 and 13, describe the truth of Advaita Prabhu. And the following verse, which is the 14th verse, describes the pancha tattva, the Lord, his plenary portion, his incarnation, his energies, and his devotees. And that is the dynamic, the pancha tattva, by which the Lord propagates devotional service. Eichoda shloke kori mangala charan tahi madhye kohe sab bastu nirupan. These 14 verses therefore offer auspicious invocations and describe the supreme truth. They vastu gyan, they give the objective, and there is also the object, and they offer auspicious. These 14 verses therefore offer auspicious invocations and describe the supreme truth. Sab shrota Vaishnaveri kori namaskar, a sab shlokera kori arta vichar. I offer my obeisances unto all my Vaishnav readers as I begin to explain the intricacies of all these verses. Sakala Vaishnavera shuna kori ekman Chaitanya Krishnera Shastra Mata Nirupan. I request all my Vaishnav readers to read and hear with rapt attention this narration of Sri Krishna Chaitanya as inculcated in the revealed scriptures. Lord Chaitanya is the absolute truth, Krishna himself. This is substantiated by evidence from the authentic spiritual scriptures. Sometimes people accept a man as God on the basis of their whimsical sentiments without reference to the revealed scriptures. But the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita proves all his statements by citing the Shastras. Thus he establishes that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna Guru Bhakta Shakti Avatara Prakash Krishna E Chai Rupe Korana Vilas. Lord Krishna enjoys by manifesting himself as the spiritual masters, the devotees, the diverse energies, the incarnations, and the plenary portions. They are all 6 in 1. Krishna, then Krishna is the spiritual master. 2, the devotees. 3, the diverse energies, or the incarnations, and the plenary portions, or plenary portions means the expansions of the Lord. So they are all 6 in 1. Lord Krishna enjoys by manifesting himself as a spiritual master, Krishna, then the spiritual masters, the devotees, the diverse energies, the incarnations, and the plenary portions. They are all 6 in 1. Echai tatvera kore charanam bandhan pratame samanye kore mangala charan. I therefore worship the lotus feet of these 6 diversities of the one truth by invoking their benedictions. Now, what follows in text number 34 is, and we'll continue, this is the first verse, the first of the dynamic 14 verses, and this first verse is given again in 34. That means it will be explained, and that is Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Isham Isha Avatarakan Tat Prakasham Chatat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Samgyakam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto the spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So I'll read this purport, and then we'll Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami has composed a Sanskrit verse for the beginning of his has composed this Sanskrit verse for the beginning of his book, and now he will explain it in detail. He offers his respectful obeisances to the 6 principles of the absolute truth. Gurun is plural in number because anyone who gives spiritual instructions based on the revealed scriptures is accepted as a spiritual master. Although others give help in showing the way to beginners, the guru who first initiates one with a Maha Mantra is to be known as the initiator, and the saints who give instructions for progressive advancement in Krishna consciousness are called instructing spiritual masters. So Diksha Guru is one who gives initiation, and Siksha Guru is one who gives instructions. Generally we'll say there is one initiating spiritual master, but there may be many instructing spiritual masters of one who give one pertinent instructions in the development of devotional service. The initiating and instructing spiritual masters are equal and identical manifestations of Krishna, although they have different dealings. Their function is to guide the conditioned souls back home, back to Godhead. Therefore, Krishnadas Kaviraj accepted Nityananda Prabhu and the 6 Goswamis in the category of Guru. Isha Bhaktan refers to the devotees of the Lord like Srivas and all other such followers who are the energy of the Lord and are qualitatively non-different from him. Ishavatarakan refers to acharyas like Advaita Prabhu, who is an avatar of the Lord. Tat Prakasham indicates the direct manifestation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Nityananda Prabhu, and the initiating spiritual master. Tat Shakti refers to the spiritual master Shaktis. Tat Shakti refers to the spiritual energies, Shaktis, of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Gadadhar, Damodar, and Jagadananda belong to the category of internal energy. The 6 principles are differently manifested, but all equally worshipable. Krishnadas Kaviraj begins by offering his obeisances unto them to teach us the method of worshiping Lord Chaitanya. The external potency of Godhead, called Maya, can never associate with the Lord, just as darkness cannot remain in the presence of light. Yet darkness, being but an illusory and temporary covering of light, has no existence independent of light. Well, this is very positive. You say that which is illusion cannot exist in the presence of light, which is. So I'll read this verse again. Bande Gurun Isha Bhaktan Isham Yashavatarakan Tat Prakasham Tat Chakti Krishna Chaitanya Samgyakam. I offer my respectful obeisances unto spiritual masters, the devotees of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary portions, his energies, and the primeval Lord himself, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. So tomorrow we'll continue with our explanation of that verse and the continuation of the first chapter of the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jarabaya Nama Jarabaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinath Madan-Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Garadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jai Rupa Sanatam Bhatta Raguna Shri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Rasa Raguna Echai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jai Te Vignana Shavista Puran Echai Gosai Jarmui Taradas Tasava Pada Renu Mora Panchagras Tader Janana Sevi Bhakta Sanibas Janame More Abhilas Echai Gosai Jabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya Lila Korila Prakas Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindaban Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Aman Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koriyas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudar Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhara Juki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajaka Chariyashta Tara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajaka Charya Ashta Tara Sadashi Shimad Srila Bhakti Rakakshira Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishoredas Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai. Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Premsi Go Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Ki Jai. Srila Vrindaban Das Thakur Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat Ki Jai. Narottam Srinivas Shamananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvavaranya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmalacharya Maharaj Ki Jai. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Navadip Dham Ki Jai. Shri Dham Mayapur Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshada Shri Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Shri Koladvip Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Soquel Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Seva Ashram Ki Jai. Ganga Devi Ki Jai. Tulasi Maharani Ki Jai. Bhakti Devi Ki Jai. Shri Vrindaban Dham Ki Jai. Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan. Sham Guna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Ju Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. All the assembled devotees Ki Jai. Sripad Bhakti Chandan Parvat Maharaj Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo.
Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.